New Balance, which is the, of course, apparel and shoe maker, it's opened a new production facility in Methuen, Massachusetts. Fun fact, one of our producers was born there. It's about 30 miles north of Boston. And let's talk about U.S. manufacturing with Joe Preston. He's the president and CEO of New Balance. Joe, thank you so much for being here. I'd like to ask you about the U.S. production proposition right now. Obviously, the cost differential is sort of rapidly changing when it comes to manufacturing in the U.S. as we have inflation, but there's inflation globally. So I'm curious what that gap looks like now and what the economics of producing here on a relative basis to other nations looks like right now.
Well, good morning, Julie, and thank you for having me. New Balance has had a long-standing commitment to U.S. manufacturing. We've been producing here for decades. And in fact, we're the only athletic footwear company that has U.S. production. So it's something that's in our DNA, something about our culture, and it's a part of purpose and community, as well as we think it makes us better shoemakers. And so certainly there is a labor cost difference between the wages here in the U.S. or anything that's overseas. And you need to try to make up for that in terms of innovation and speed to market. And we've all seen what's happened to the global supply chain over the past couple of years and the impact of cost and also just getting materials from overseas to here.
Joe, clearly your company is having success in doing this. It's not your first plant. You are in large part a U.S.-based manufacturer. Is the reality that a lot of your competitors just don't want to put in the hustle to bring production back from low-cost China and bring it back to this country?
Well, like I said, it's always been a part of our DNA. When Jim Davis bought the company in 1972, we were producing 30 pairs a day. So today we've come a long way since then. We opened up a factory here in Lawrence, Massachusetts in 1978. And then 4 years later, we introduced the 990, which was the industry's first $100 running shoe. I think you see it behind me here. It's still in the line today. It's still an iconic model, and it's known for quality and craftsmanship. And we make that product here, and we export it all around the globe.
You know, I don't think of New Balance shoes as, hugely expensive versus the competition. So how do you guys manage costs when you are presumably paying more for things like labor?
Well, you need to work with your suppliers to make sure that you can get sources of supply, work on innovation, work on manufacturing techniques that allow you to mitigate some of the differences in those labor costs. And then you also have to think about speed to market. And again, if you think of product that is being made overseas, and we do make product overseas as well, and the timelines and getting product. There's a big difference. So that speed take up for what you're going to see on P&L.
Joe.
Joe,
go ahead, Julie.
I think we're having a bit of audio problems with Joe. But Saz, why don't you try and do you want to try and ask your question, and we'll see if it works?
Yeah, Joe, why, do you get upset when companies say that your company just makes dad shoes? I was surprised. I went to the website, and there was some really trendy, forward-thinking apparel and footwear that you guys are selling.
No, I don't. I actually think it's a testament to our brand and the fact that we appeal to such a wide range of consumers, from young kids in high school to grandparents. And quite frankly, I think that elasticity that we have as a brand is something that we embrace, and we're really proud of it, quite frankly. New Balance is a privately held company, so you don't hear a lot about us, but we grew over 32% last year, up double digits over 2019. We're a $4.4 billion company. About a third of our business is here in the US, and the other 2/3 are outside of the US. So the expansiveness that we have from a performance standpoint, from running product, 30% of Major League Baseball players wear our product, on to the lifestyle side of it, to some of the most coveted lifestyle product in the industry. That's really who we are.
Joe, thanks so much for being with us. Joe Preston is president and CEO of New Balance. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day.